I'm Chad Hannon. Good morning. This is the 10-minute commute. We're going to start today a little differently than we did yesterday. I'm going to start with a question, one that I've seen been going around the internet. Please put your answer in the comments below and we'll discuss the answers tomorrow. The question, would you rather have weather in the 90s with 90% humidity, or would you rather have weather at 10 degrees with a wind chill? That is your question for the comments. Go down into the comments and put what you think. So far, if I've been looking around the internet, the answers vary wildly. Our top story this morning, the Supreme Court handed down a decision yesterday that the president does indeed have the power to remove those in charge of different independent agencies, such as Federal Trade Commission. What this means to you is that the president has more power. That's what it means. And it will, in the future, affect how things are done. In the past, it was always assumed that the president could not remove an independent. And now, according to the Supreme Court, he can. Second story today out of the University of Michigan. A study comes out that consumer confidence is up. Now, keep in mind, when I say consumer confidence is up, it just means people are feeling a little bit better about the economy. We weren't feeling great about it. It's just up a tiny little bit, meaning that although we are doing better than last month, we aren't exactly excited about the way that the economy is going. That being said, it is apparently headed in the right direction, at least in people's minds it is, and that's really what consumer confidence is about. It's how you feel about the economy. And around America, in our third story today, kind of a cool thing. I'm excited about it, actually. I think it's a very good thing. The president signed a right to repair memo. Now, I don't know exactly what that means as far as a memo that he signed it, but he did further your right to repair. And you're not going to find me agreeing with the president on much. I just don't. But this is one of those things that I do agree with him on. Right to repair is, say your phone breaks or your car breaks. And some of those companies that make your phone get to say, no, you can't open that up. You open it up. We have nothing to do with it. Well, this will further your right to actually fix your own devices and buy the parts for it. And that's a big thing. And for companies to make those parts for it. So, again, a good thing. On this day in history, going all the way back to 1908, a thing called the Tunguska event, which is the largest comet ever recorded in human history, hitting the world. It landed in Siberia. 80 million trees were taken out by this thing. 800 square miles of destruction this comet had. So, that's a little scary, right? That was 1908. Moving on, 1936, Gone with the Wind was published, which went on to become, a huge movie. And speaking of books that became movies, perhaps one of the biggest books that became one of the biggest movies, also published in this day, Harry Potter came out on this day, the first Harry Potter on this day in 1997. Yesterday, I forgot to do sports. I did radio for 23 years, and yesterday I forgot to do sports on the first day that I come in and do the show. Sports today. The Cubs with a win yesterday, a walk-off 3-2 win over the Padres. That makes it, I want to say, 7 of the last 8 games the Cubs have won. There has never been a more streaky Cubs game or Cubs team in my lifetime. Win 10, lose 10, win 8, win 7. They lose 7. Yeah, the Cubs have been crazy this year. White Sox with a win as well, taking down the Orioles 8-2. The Cardinals were off yesterday. They are back in action tonight. As for other things around the major leagues, the Yankees have lost 5 in a row. And for many of you, that's exciting. And for others, who cares? That's really all that's going on in sports. Let's move on. Joke of the day today, a man is driving down the road, gets pulled over by the police. He pulls over, he goes, "What's up, officer?" And he goes, "Did you know your wife fell out of the car 5 miles ago and you just drove on?" The guy goes, "Thank God, I thought I was going deaf." 94 degrees today is the high that we will reach in the Illinois Valley. 94 degrees. Of course, your heat index over 100. And we do have a heat warning, heat watch. Doesn't matter. The warnings and watches, they're the same thing. People just pretend they're different. Yeah, it's going to be crazy hot. That's what you need to know. Be careful. We talked about this yesterday, and that heat watch goes until after sundown tonight. So, again, be very careful. Very hot day ahead. Dumb criminal story today, and actually, I don't know that it's that dumb of a criminal. 13-year-old boy in Missouri was caught stealing cars. When asked, why are you stealing cars? And he said, hey, if people don't want their cars stolen, they shouldn't leave the door unlocked and the keys in them. And he's kind of right. Now for the last mile. Last mile is a story that is the local story. Might be a local hero, might be a just something going on in the area that you find interesting. I'm hitting a little history the last couple of days, so today we're going to talk about Starved Rock. You may already know this story because you've been in this area for any period of time. You've heard it probably, but here we go anyway, a little reminder. The Ottawa leader named Pontiac, yes, the actual man named Pontiac, not the city named Pontiac, and not the city named Ottawa, was he was a part of the Illini Confederation, the Indians, the Native Americans, excuse me, that were known as the Illini. They got put up onto Starved Rock by a rival tribe, surrounded them, and, come down or we'll starve you out. Well, that's exactly what happened. They refused to come down and they starved out. Now, if you know, this has been disputed recently. People have said that this isn't true. And whether it's true or not, legends can be more fun. And in this case, that is exactly why we call it Starved Rock. And that's it for the 10-minute commute for today. I want to thank you again for joining me yesterday. 3,000 of you helped out by watching part of the show. Several hundred of you watched the entire show, and that makes it worth it. I'll come back and do it if you keep watching it for me. Keep sharing it, keep liking. The comments help me out a ton as well. So whatever you can do, share it, comment, like it. Whatever you can do, it helps me out, and it helps you out, and I can keep doing this. Thank you so much, and have a great day. And be kind to someone today.